This is He Knows the Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. All right, Bud Man fans, a.k.a. Terence Bud Crawford fanboy man crushers. Let me say it again. Bud Man fans, a.k.a. Terence Bud Crawford fanboy man crushers. The chickens have come to roost, and you guys need to fess up and tell the damn truth. He Knows the Sport has always had his thumb and his needle on the damn situation. Let me let you guys in on a little secret. He Knows the Sport is usually going to have his day because he lines himself with the truth. Remember, I'm the cold-hearted, unadulterated, cutthroat truth teller. So I always come in truth-telling fashion. I don't got time to be coming with a narrative. He Knows the Sport ethers and murks narratives. Why would I sit here and reduce myself, my true alpha self, to a alpha wannabe, aka high octane beta level of pandering narratives? Think about that for a second. Why would He Knows the Sport reduce himself, let me say it again, to pandering narratives? That's for beta boys. That's for alpha wannabes, aka high octane betas. I'm a true alpha, dog. The truest there is, and the highest form and the highest variation there will ever be. So why would I sit there and reduce myself to a pandering narrative? What you guys are seeing is that the truth is having its day. And let me let you guys in on another little secret. The month of December is my whole month. I'm born on December 24th. But I've already decreed this thing. I declared this thing. Because I also have not only aka Sun Tzu Art of Warring, not only the ability to 48 laws of powering, not only the ability to be the cold-hearted, unadulterated, cutthroat truth teller, not only the ability of being seven steps ahead of the game, not only the ability of being the prediction king strikes again, not only having the ability of keeping the foot on the what? On the next. Keeping the foot on the what? On the next. Not only having the ability of bringing you that what? That heat and that fire. But I also have biblical discernment. I just have too many gifts, man. And I unction and I operate in all of these gifts interchangeably. The difference between me and other people is I can operate in these gifts simultaneously. I could operate in all of them at the same time, or I could operate in each and one of them individually. And I'm choosing to give you guys biblical discernment, but you guys don't want to hear it. I told you how things were going to happen because I'm a boxing prophet, boxing visionary. I have the ability to see how stuff is going to unravel and unfold. It's a gift. I can't explain it, man. You can't explain God's work, dog. You just operate in unction and you decree yourself in it, man. If I speak and I believe and I ask for something, it's going to happen. It's going to be spoken into existence. And that's what you guys got to get, man. You classic dotes and you troglodytes. You Rudy Poo and you plum brains. You ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric. I sat here all of this time and told you guys that Terence Bud Crawford is a chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. Let me say it again. A chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. Don't you notice anything that's similar or the similitudes of chihuahuas or chihuahua type dogs, these pointy dogs, the small dogs, you've seen them. They like little lap dogs. All they do all the time is they bark, but they ain't gonna do nothing. You run up on them, they ain't doing nothing. It's for show. That was Terence Bud Crawford at the welterweight division. I told you guys, he has not done anything in that division for him to be put on notice and be put as a guy that's supposedly the boogeyman. I told you at his truest and his most properest levels, he was a chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. So just go ahead and give He Knows the Sport his credit. If you're a Bud Man fan or you're a Terence Bud Crawford fanboy man crush and you're defending Terence Bud Crawford, this speaks volumes of your beta tendencies. It speaks volumes of your betahood. And everything He Knows the Sport deduced about you in Batman fashion. Oh yeah, that's another thing that I operate in, another gift. Because with prep time like Batman, I'm undefeated, dog. But what I was trying to tell you guys is, if you operate in that way and you can't give and you can't tell the truth and keep that same energy, dog. Let me say it again. Keep that same energy and say that Terence Bud Crawford has disappointed you. Something is wrong with you. You're not a boxing fan. You know what you are? You're a Bud Man fan. You're a Terence Bud Crawford fanboy man crush. You can't sit here and make excuses for Terence Bud Crawford. You got to keep that same energy, dog. That's what we do here. We keep that same energy, dog. You have to. Because if this was Earl the True Spence that was doing this fuckery, you guys would be all over him. You see the hypocrisy? This is the stuff that I'm talking about. The double standards associated with boxing. Why do you think I call them reverse bias fans, aka detractors, aka panderers? Because once their pandering narrative hits a ceiling cap, woo, it must come tumbling down, dog. You guys have to understand why Hino's Sport is looking like a G right now, a super real G and an ultimate real G out here in these boxing streets. Because I held true to the truth. I lined myself up on the right side of history. And I told you guys, when you line yourself up on the right side of history, you have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to fret about. And you guys have to keep it a buck here. You can't excuse Terence Buck Crawford. If you do that, then you're excusing yourself. Let me say that again. If you excuse Terence Buck Crawford's behavior here, you are excusing yourself. You have to admit. You have to. There's no two ways around that. And if your dupers, your master dupers, your high-level panderers are admitting stuff, because I've seen some of them come out their mouth and admit that, hey, I ain't gonna lie, if Terence Buck Crawford don't fight Shawn Porter, it's a duck. If Terence Buck Crawford don't fight Shawn Porter, because He Knows the Sport birdies, they come back and report back to He Knows the Sport. They say, He Knows the Sport, you kept the foot on the what? On the necks. You kept the foot on the what? On the necks. And you forced them to heal. I told you, I'm going to make you get on one knee, dog, because my pressure is unlimited. It's a Tibetan Mastiff. And when I apply it, dog, pressure does what? It either is your best friend or it bursts his pipes. And it was bursting the pipes of these folks. And they had to tell nothing but the truth. Because here's the thing with the truth. It blots away erroneous ways and lies. At some point, even those who are hiding behind the shaky ground of pandering have to tell the damn truth. That's the truth of the fact of the matter, folks. So now they're telling the truth. And if they're doing that like they're puppies, right? Like they're blind followers that you are, right? Brain full of mush and brainwashed dodo heads, you need to fall in line. And if you're not falling in line, that's sad. Because if they could come out their mouths and admit, I'm not going to lie, if Terence Buck Crawford don't fight Shawn Porter, it's a duck. If Terence Buck Crawford don't fight Shawn Porter, then he doesn't want those fights that he's been clamoring for. Because he's been saying he wants big fights at the welterweight division. Well, this is a big fight. Shawn Porter is in the upper echelon of the damn division. What part of that do you guys not understand? What variation of that do you guys not get? And if you guys can't hold his foot to the fire, like I said, something is wrong with you guys. And I know it's hard to fess up your mouth and in ultra fanboy way say, He Knows the Sport was right. You know, ultra fanboys, you got to do their mouth like this. He knows the sport was right. But y'all going to be doing a whole bunch of that. Y'all have already been doing a whole bunch of that. Because this is what you guys have to understand. That's why I tell you, get the notepads out and get to the damn scribbling. If you fall yourself under the He Knows the Sport school of Yoda in boxing, you won't have none of these problems. Those who have already fallen themselves under this is right there saying, He Knows the Sport facts. He knows the sport. You've been calling this, dog. You know how many times I've heard that last night? And I took myself off last night. You know how many times people came and gave He Knows the Sport his just due, his props, and his respect? Because people knew what time it was, both on boxing and basketball side of the aisle. Because I told you, when I tell you guys some things, because I've already seen it happen in my mind and I've already envisioned it taking place. So all I'm doing is just expounding on what's already going to take place and what's already going to happen. Because, like I told you guys, in Batman, I can deduce the situation, especially with prep time. Terence Buck Crawford is on protective status. He's on protective custody, dog. He's on witness protection AWOL status. He does not want to fight any of the top echelons of the welterweight division. And it's very clear by his actions. And you guys that are sitting here hiding behind this nonsense and not holding his foot to the fire, this is sad. This is what I was talking about. You guys are the problem with boxing. It has nothing to do with He Knows the Sport or anybody else. It's you guys. Because if you guys can't hold a fighter accountable for ducking after Kenny Porter vehemently, with veracity, like in Bane fashion, came out his mouth and said, we waiting on Bud. And Bud's response was, let's not talk about that. And please don't mention that name. That sounds like a duck. If it's quack, quack, like a duck, and it sounds like a quack, quack, like a duck, then guess what? It is a damn duck. And you guys have to keep that same energy, dog. So I normally don't do two parts to a same type of video, but I have to. Because I have to keep the foot on the what? On the necks. I got to keep the foot on the what? On the necks. Because my boys, my He Knows the Sport family told me, hey, He Knows the Sport, dog. You got to do it. You got to do these videos, man. You got to basically brag. You got to be on your He Knows the Sport bag right now, because you've been right all this year, especially in this month. See, what you guys have to understand is in the month of December, when I declare and decree something, especially in this month, it's going to happen. It's going to happen, period. But it's going to happen especially in this month. Now you guys know this. So you know anytime He Knows the Sport drops something in the month of December, so he says, so it shall come to pass. Like I told you guys, Terence Crawford revealed himself as a what? A chihuahua barking behind the damn fence. This is He Knows the Sport. Checking out.